And you know the sun's sitting fast, just like they say nothing good ever lasts. Go on now and kiss it goodbye, but hold on to your love because your heart's bound to die. Go on now and say goodbye to our town, to our town. Can't you see the sun sitting down on our town, on our town? Good night. Now I sit on the porch, watch lightning bugs fly. I can't see too good, I got tears in my eyes. I'm leaving tomorrow, but I don't want to go. I love you, my town, you'll always live in my soul. And you know the sun's sitting fast, and just like they say, nothing good ever lasts. Go on now and kiss it goodbye, but hold on to your love because your heart's bound to die. Go on now and say goodbye to our town, to our town. Can't you see the sun sitting down on our town, on our town? Good night.
Good evening and welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight's stories include Burnett's annual flea market, first winter storm of the season, public library book fair. These stories, plus community events, the BBS Playbill, Off the Rack, and more coming up after this.
There's houses of aqua, yellow and blue, lime, rose, pink and green, as proud to show their true colors as the folks you'll meet every turn. So take her in your arms and tell her that you love her and meet the world's most friendly folk. We'll sweep you off your feet with a Kelligrew soiree.
On Sunday, November the 14th, the Burnetts hosted their annual flea market. The flea market began at 1 p.m. When we arrived at 1:15 p.m., things were in full swing, and we met many people who got their treasures and were heading home. There was a 50-cent admission charge at the door. Members of the Burnetts were also selling tickets on the grocery boxes. There were 2 draws. The winners were Kelsey Grant and Margaret Ann. Most of the tables at the flea market were individuals from Burgeo. There were just 2 from out of town. Louise Kittle from Port-au-Basque. She had flower arrangements, Christmas swags, CDs, movies, dolls, and the most popular item seemed to be the fiber optic angels. The other was Ann's Ceramics from Cornerbrook. You all remember them from last year. They had a large selection of ceramics, large and small Christmas ornaments, large and small cherubs, canister sits, Santas, and Mrs. Claus. Rosie Coley was selling baby quilts, knitted items such as socks, mittens, caps, crocheted items and aprons, doilies and pillowcases. Most of these items were made by Rosie's mother, Gladys Errett, who is a resident at the Calder Health Care Center. Travis Dumford was also there with wood crafts. Travis has been doing this as an hobby for the past couple of years. Travis told us this was a great way to pass the time. There were Santas, snowmen, candy canes, reindeer, and Christmas dogs for $5 each. Yvonne Marsden, a former resident of Burgeo that now resides in Ramia, had a selection of crochet items. There were tree ornaments, bells, angels, icicles, and umbrellas were $2 each. Yvonne also had a selection of doilies, tablecloths, and second-hand books. Annie McDonald was selling items on behalf of her daughter, Donna Spencer. There were some plastic canvas items and lots of knitted items. Mrs. McDonald told us the knitted items were selling very well. Most of these items will find their way to the Anglican Church Mitten Tree Project. Mary Foote also adds some very nice knitted items. Mrs. Foote told us she knits for most of the year getting ready for the annual flea market. She had a large selection of knitted goods. There were men's socks and gloves. There were finger and thumb gloves, tea towels, slippers, caps, ladies' gloves, and knitted dishcloths. Kathy Ball and Kayla Krant had a selection of children's clothing, toys, and books. The Burnetts at a bake table with lots of lovely baked items. There was also homemade fries and pop. Those who bought the fries and pop sat to enjoy their snack and socialize with their friends. This is just one way the Burnetts raises money to help our local fire department. It also provides the community with an opportunity to purchase items for Christmas and socialize with friends. On Tuesday of this week, Burgeo awoke to the first winter storm of the season. I'm sure most people who woke up early Tuesday morning to see the snow and hear the wind just groaned and wanted to stay under the covers. It was a miserable day. Snow and blowing snow, with wind gusting up to 113 kilometers per hour. The temperature was +1, but the wind chill was -8. The water was supposed to be shut off to install the water line to the new Coast Guard site. However, due to the weather conditions, it had to be postponed. The school was also shut down due to the weather, meetings got canceled, and the bargain basement was closed. We took a drive around town. Driving conditions were less than favorable, and one had to be careful because of the slushy road conditions. By 1 p.m., the road conditions had improved. Most of the snow had melted. At the government wharf, one could really get a feel for the strength of the wind by watching the waves. While we were there, we noticed a large sign with the ferry schedule was ready to topple, and down it went, as if it was waiting for us to see. There were some down phone wires, but thank goodness not too much other damage. By late afternoon, the snow had stopped, and for the most part had gone as quickly as it had come. But the wind lasted until Wednesday. There was motorist advisory for the Burgeo Road to stay off and only travel if necessary. This was a wake-up call for many to get prepared for winter because time has just ran out. Winter has arrived.
Reported on the main highway between Monkstown and Cochise of Waterville. One of this Peninsula Highway snow-covered slushy sections. Now gander through central driving conditions poor throughout the area. Snow-covered and slippery roads, reduced visibility at times, and blowing snow. The Burgeo Road visibility nil, according to the Department of Transportation. Nil in some areas, and travel only if absolutely necessary on the Burgeo Road. On the west coast, mostly snow-covered with wet sections. Please drive with care, caution, and control. The OCM satellite weather. St. John's, Mount Pearl, the Avalon, rain at times heavy, 10 to 15 millimeters more. Fog patches, winds northeast 40, gusts to 70, northeast 60, gusts to 90 near the coast. Tonight, 5 to 10 millimeters more rain. Fog patches, winds northeast 40, gusts to 70, low 5. Tomorrow showers, fog patches dissipating late in the morning. Winds becoming northwest 30 in the morning, except northwest 30, gusts to 60 near the coast. High 6. Clairvaux Land area and the Bonaventure Vista Peninsula, heavy rainfall warning and wind warning continued. Rain at times heavy, 15 to 20 millimeters. Fog patches, winds northeast 50, gusts to 80, northeast 70, gusts to 110 near the coast. Tonight, 15 to 20 millimeters of rain. Fog patches, winds northeast 40, gusts to 70. Temperature steady near 6. Tomorrow, 5 millimeters more rain. Fog patches dissipating early in the afternoon. Winds northerly 30, gusts to 50. Temperature steady near 5.
Stay tuned for more of This Week in Review coming up after this.
There's puffins and petrels, kittiwakes and gulls, guillemots, merlins and murres, owls and osprey, hawks and razorbills, and you can see where the eagles have landed.
The Burgeo Public Library hosted a book fair this past week. In an effort to help with their expenses, the Burgeo Public Library set up a book fair in the BBS studio. This is the third year for this book fair. There was a wide variety of books to choose from. They ranged in price from $1 to $10, the most expensive. On this table there were books for young children like Garfield, Rainbow Fish and Friends series, Christmas books, and I Want to Be series. For ages 7 to 10 there were craft books, Learn and Play, and Whiz Kids, plus many more. On this table we found card games, horror, and sports novels. This long table held the largest selection of books, including Aki books, Christmas, Animal, Franklin, and a Little Polar Bear story series, and many more. This selection had mostly novels and some non-fiction books. Like most book fairs, there were pencils, bookmarks, pencil toppers, and buttons. If the library only sold a minimum dollar value of $4.99, they would have to take all books. The more books they sell, the better the deal. If they sell over $1,000 worth of books, the library can take some books and some cash, or all books. This book fair helps the public library stock more books, but it also provides the community with some good quality, cheap books. The book fair started on Wednesday and continued until Friday. However, because of the weather and the water being shut off, hours to the book fair had to be reduced. The book fair will continue until Tuesday, November the 23rd at 3:30 p.m. If you haven't stopped by to check out on the book fair, you still have time. It is located at the BBS studio. On Thursday of this week, the Burgeo Academy hosted a variety music concert. This concert was organized by Miss Heather Kendall to give the students at Burgeo Academy the opportunity to show the community the amount of musical talent that was at the school and community. There were lots of solos, singing, as well as instrumentals. We thank BBS volunteer Christopher LaFosse for filming this event for us. It will be shown in its entirety at a later date. For now, here is just an example of the talent displayed during the concert.
She walks to school with a lunchie. Nobody knows what she's holding back. Wearing the same dress she wore yesterday. She has the bruises with the letters. But she doesn't miss. It's hard to see the pain behind the mask. Bearing the burden of a secret storm. Sometimes she wishes she was never born. Through the wind and the rain, she stands hard as a star in a world that she can't rise above. But her dreams give her wings, and she flies to a place where she's lost. Concrete.
Burgeo Fire Department are looking for new members. Are you looking for a new challenge? Would you like to learn some new skills? Do you enjoy fellowship with other men? Do you enjoy serving others? If you answered yes to these questions, the Burgeo Volunteer Fire Department is what you are looking for. You have to be 19 years old or older to join. The fire department provides all the training in all aspects of firefighting. You will learn the different types of extinguishers, proper techniques to handling the fire hose, and more. You will be fitted with up-to-date firefighting protective clothing and get a chance to use up-to-date equipment. You will have an opportunity to work on a team. The Burgeo Fire Department provides its members with fellowship after their drills, which are held on Thursday nights. Often after the drills, the firefighters get together to watch a movie, chat, or play darts. The fire department are only involved in 3 fundraisers per year. They have breakfast with Santa, ticket sales on emergency kit, and a wake-a-thon. One longtime firefighter described being a member of the Burgeo Fire Department as being lots of fun. He said that knowing you are helping your community gives you a great sense of pride. He also stated that you will learn personal fire safety that you wouldn't otherwise know. This member has 25 years with the department, and he highly recommends the fire department to anyone. So call Fire Chief Glenn Ann to get your application and sign up to be a volunteer firefighter today. Stay with us for Off the Rack, the community events, and the BBS Playbill, all after this.
Icebergs drift south. Humpbacks migrate to the north. This is the place where their paths cross. Where you can't see the icebergs, but whales.
Off the Rack. This week, as we scanned our tape rack, we came across a tape of this year's grad class during their kindergarten graduation. Let's look back to June 1993. Community events. The winners of the preschool TV bingo were Sue Davies and Tanya Dolomont. Congratulations to you both. The Burnett's will have TV bingo on Wednesday, November the 24th at 7 p.m. One game for $300. Cards are available from any Burnett's member and in most stores around town. Please support the Burnett's and play TV bingo, and just maybe you will win $300 for Christmas. The Burgeo Lioness will be having their Christmas craft and bake sale on Saturday, November the 28th at the Community Center. Doors open and sale starts at 2 p.m. Afternoon tea will be served for $2. We will have 5 games Share the Wealth bingo, and tickets will be sold on a door price. Come along and bring a friend. If your group or organization has an upcoming event planned, we will be happy to advertise it for you. Just call the BBS office by Wednesday of each week to have items included in this portion of our broadcast. That concludes the community event segments of tonight's broadcast. BBS Playbill. Tune in on Tuesday for a rebroadcast of Pansy's Garden. Try your luck on Wednesday by playing Burnett's TV Bingo. On Thursday, we will have a rebroadcast of The Bandwagon from January 1990. Join Pansy and the gang for 2 stories, a craft, and lots of fun on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on Pansy's Garden. And I'll be here again next week with This Week in Review. Please stay tuned now for The Bandwagon from January 1990. For This Week in Review, I'm Marie Rose. Good night and God bless.